Here we go!
Alright, how's everybody today? Welcome to Black Truth 365. The Black Woman is God Network. Most definitely introduce themselves. Let's start with the Queen first.
Greetings, I'm Shauna Spears, Chief Spiritual Consultant of the Spears Spiritual Consulting Agency.
Most definitely.
How y'all doing? I'm Marcus Neal, better known as Marky G. A lot of people know me around. I'm a spiritual guy. You know, I'm on this new journey, and I'm just here to support my guy Malik.
I'm Frank Johnson, and I'm founder and outreach coordinator for Pine Bluff Council of the Elders.
Most definitely, y'all. And that's our Baba, brother. Most definitely, bro. He has really been an inspiration in my life and helped me to get on the path to where I am right now today. Most definitely. Today's topic is about PTSD. Do we as black folks suffer from PTSD? And how can we know that we suffer from PTSD? Anybody would like to start our topic off?
Well, I'm being the oldest, and I grew up during segregation. And I grew up when they had colored, white, and this. Now, it's obvious now that our people are still suffering from that, because when I'm in the supermarkets, the older black women here address young white women, yes sir, no, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yes.
So that's a problem with me. And the younger whites don't address the older black people. They don't say yes ma'am and no ma'am to them.
True.
True.
Yeah. So that's a part of PTSD.
Most definitely.
You know.
Yeah, I understand. You know, back during slavery days, black men was taught to intermingle with white folks like that. Yes, sir, boss. Yes, ma'am, miss it. You know what I'm saying? And so this has truly carried on today in society, where we've been still suffering from this disease. I like to call it a disease. It's good when we talking to our own people like that. We respect our elders.
Now, I would like to say this, because I did some volunteer work out at Davis Nursing Home when I first got here. And the older white women that was in there would call these CNAs gal.
Yeah.
And they will get angry about you calling them gal. Some of them won't say nothing. Defend that, you know, themselves when they talk to like that. You know. But I've heard that word a lot since I've been here from older white folks calling black women gal. What's going on here?
Still in slavery?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We still there. We don't even know that we still in slavery. We think we actually free. You know, we're not free. We just been sold an illusion. And we still suffering today from plantation teachings and concepts of how slavery still is in full effect right now today.
Now, in this book, there's a case called Dred Scott.
Most definitely.
Are y'all familiar with Dred
Yes,
Scott?
I am. Yes, I am.
He was a black man that applied for citizenship in this country, and they denied him.
Yeah.
So we really not citizens.
We're not.
You know,
We're considered to steal property.
That's where a social security number comes from.
Before we go further, let's get a clear definition on what PTSD actually is.
Well, PTSD is actually a post-traumatic slave disorder. You can define it many ways. You got post-traumatic stress disorder. And stress is what black people have been under for over 400 plus years right now today in America. You know, we still stressing from the remnants of slavery and don't know that we're still suffering from it. And it's one of the many causes why there's disunity in our community right now today. And when you being traumatized, it's hard for us to unite and come together. This is what is much needed in our community and around the world.
Like you said, come together to do
and what it causes, I've seen what it causes. I've been in my neighborhood where the black man would come home and address his wife and say, "Bitch, get in that kitchen and cook me some food." He ended up with some grits poured on him, but he just reacting on how he was treated You
At
treat
work.
it at work.
Yeah.
By them.
Yeah. Now, would that be a post-traumatic stress?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Any,
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
an
that he's
example.
taking
That's
it
a
out
good
on
example.
his wife.
That's a good
Yeah.
example. Yeah.
well, let me also
example.
clarify. Let me also clarify, Bob. Whenever we talk to our women or other brothers like that, a good example of what post-traumatic slave disorder is, because we're not supposed to talk to our women like that. See, everything that we're doing in this world is still a fragment of slavery. You know, when the white men mistreated us and abused us, we now then magnified it and started using that same effect towards our people. You know, there were a few black-owned businesses here in our city, you know what I'm saying? But you see, these Europeans came in and we lost everything. It's like we sell our inheritance to people who don't want us to have an inheritance.
Well, that's-
and we not
They really looking at more quick bucks
Yeah.
instead of long term.
and that's why us children suffer. That's why we suffer. A lot of people don't know that they suffer from PTSD. You can listen to the music. You hear brothers calling women B's and H's.
So it don't take a PhD.
Yeah, and see, my grandmother went to the 5th grade.
Right.
Yeah,
My grandmother learned how to read with me.
yeah,
In the book day by day.
most definitely. Most definitely. There's a lot of
I
things.
have a book in my hand every day.
Yeah.
I taught myself.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely.
See, that's the whole thing too. We have to self-teach ourselves.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be out here for us to pick up just right here. You have to reteach all the stuff that they have taught us to relearn what we need to learn to better
To
ourselves.
benefit us.
That's the whole big
The
thing.
blueprints have been laid.
Yes.
Dr. Claude Anderson has taught us how to have a community which shares a common unity.
Exactly.
Right.
Common mindset and everything.
Now, Dr. Anderson is working in Louisiana because he had been teaching our power economics.
Uh-huh.
And his wife told him, said, you've been teaching black people this. Do you know you have to show them?
Right.
So now he's got this thing where he's working with black farmers and showing them how to farm fish. And he got an
Yeah.
organization called Wetlands,
Uh-huh.
and they make it.
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Not
a
only
great
is
thing.
he showing them how to farm raise fish in Louisiana, they farm raising shrimp, crawfish, crabs, everything.
Most definitely.
Showing them a talent instead of just telling them, hey, this is how you do it. You
Right.
then
Don't just be
Yeah,
a
you gotta be hands-on.
don't just be a consumer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And see, that's
He's teaching the model.
Yeah, most
he-
definitely. And
Yeah.
that's something I posted on Facebook earlier today about leaders. See, a lot of people don't know how to lead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those that do know how to lead have to start teaching them brothers that don't know how to lead how to be leaders.
Well, you have to lead by example.
Exactly.
Everybody don't need to be a leader.
You gotta be
No.
a follower before
Somebody
you-
has to be the engine.
See,
Hold on.
see,
Let me
Can't
say
have
something
too
right
many
quick,
chiefs.
brother. Let me say something, brother. We taught in Euresia, we taught in the 42 laws of my eye that we have to examine nature. This is one of the things I also said on Facebook. Let's all just take a look at the ants. Look at the ants on the ground, how they taking food back to their home. Which one is the leader?
The queen.
We know she's the leader, but which one of the ants you see taking the food to the
With all the men.
yeah.
well,
So listen,
they're divided like the bees. You have the workers
yeah,
and you have the drones.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay? The drones are the ones that die when they mate with the queen. Right?
exactly,
Yeah.
And the workers live.
yeah,
You know? So brothers have to sacrifice sometimes to back these sisters.
exactly.
See, because I know it, the sisters have the power to do a lot of
She is
stuff.
the strongest piece on the chessboard,
Well, you know, when you
and she don't reckon. A lot of them don't recognize they true ultimate power and gift inside themselves, and it take alpha brothers like us,
I
brothers.
had a personal experience with this.
Smoke.
I had an auntie
Oh, yeah, what
that
is
worked
that?
with some rich white folks in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And
Sage that we
the
put in
people
there.
died.
Yeah.
And she was the one, they were Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
She would
those?
go to the coastal food market because she was their cook. And get food for them and for herself. Now, I'm going to show you this. She had a brother that worked for the people too. He was their chauffeur and butler. And after the people died, she was still going to get groceries on their account. Do you know the house nigga brother told on her?
Yeah. We
And
can
the
imagine.
young whites who she raised said, oh, that's all right. Martha could do what she wants.
And see, that's a
But
problem.
he
because
told
we
on
got-
her.
We do
Yeah.
have a problem with that now.
Yeah.
We got a lot of house niggas.
Yeah.
Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And just put it out there. It's a lot of house
And I
niggas
felt so
out
bad.
there.
I wanted
You know?
And them house niggas, they get granted a whole bunch. I don't know if y'all ever heard of meritorious manumission.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people right now today are getting rewarded to keep us down
Well,
and divided. You
Well,
know, they work so hard on doing it.
well, let's look at this. How do you become a house nigga?
By not being black first.
Okay, if you were in the field,
Not accepting who you really are.
if you were in the field, and some brothers was gonna escape, run away, if you went and told the master on them, he would reward you.
Yeah.
Because you would go back to them and say, I can't work out there with them, they're gonna kill me.
'Cause I told.
Because I told on them. So he done worked this way into being what?
House nigga.
Most definitely. Stephen all day.
And
Stephen,
we have this.
Stephen is a prime. If y'all watch the Django, Stephen is a prime example.
Prime member, but
Of
also,
what a house
not
nigga
just
is.
Steve. Lou Gossett played the role in Roots as Fiddler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Kute Kente kept saying his name was Kente. Now, if y'all notice in the movie, the white man did not pick up the whip to hit the brother. Huh?
Nuh-uh.
Who whipped him?
The black man.
So that divided us right there.
Yeah, and most definitely, see, that's the reason they use our own people. That see, some skin folks ain't our kinfolks, and we have to realize that. And if we don't realize that, that means we still suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. That they will always continue to be the ones that speak out and keep us divided. You know what I'm saying? And once someone tries to speak out, they want you to apologize for what you said. Like Whoopi Goldberg.
I see
Y'all
nothing
saying
wrong
that?
with it.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Huh?
When she had to go and apologize for what she said.
Yeah, and color purple.
No, on The View. She was on The View and she said that what Hitler did to the Jews was not based on race. Because what we see with our eyes, we see white folks abusing white folks. But they said it was because of race. Whoopi Goldberg said it wasn't because of race.
Right.
And they had to make her come back and apologize 2 or 3 times for saying what she's saying. But that's how she felt.
Right.
And I feel the same way. It wasn't about race. It was white folks doing white folks wrong.
Well, you know what?
But they always want us to forget our history, but remember their history.
Right.
You know what whooping that work for is, huh?
Yeah,
$60 million, $8 million a year.
yeah, most definitely. Yes. And the only reason she, apologized, she want to keep them checks rolling in.
Right.
That too, and she give out a lot of information now. Most people that are conscious know why she did that.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm saying something else.
Know why she did that.
Yeah.
We all know why she
Yeah.
did
So
that.
I posed the question. Since we know that PTSD is a real factor,
Yes.
we know our people are sick. Other than getting your safe group or get on Facebook, your bullet platform, and talking about it, what are you actually doing? Where's your work?
Where's your work? Our work? Well, my work, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. See, some things you can't discuss because you got brothers who suffer from PTSD want to take your idea and run with it. You know what I'm saying? But the best plan is a best secret plan that you got to yourself to bring out, as far as one of my actions, is to bring out and express. See, some things I can't tell y'all right here what we need to do.
Yeah, you can't
Because
let your left hand know what your right hand
Yeah,
knows.
most
But
definitely.
the work that you've already
but-
done, like,
You know what?
other than just talk,
Right.
where's the work?
Well, the work
We're
is
great at talking, so where's
well,
the work?
the work is me and my business partner. We set up Watoto, along with the barber. You know what I'm saying? We on the board of Watoto, and what we did is we opened up a facility in the community where we brought our children in to showcase their talent, their gift, even if it was spoken word to poetry, to their music and things like that. We also made an established date. We don't want brothers coming here talking about killing and gang banging and all that. See, some things we have to eliminate out of our culture because it is too toxic. And I'm going to continue to keep fighting for Watoto. And you know, Watoto is Swahili for children, for those that don't know.
Right.
And it is our children. If our children are our future, that means me being an OG, and a lot of y'all brothers that call y'all self OGs, y'all not really OGs, because you're supposed to give the youngsters some tools and valuable information to empower them to step in their greatness, not to continue to keep living out here and being a downfall in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
So-
there's a song.
Wait, before
there's
you go
a
to
song.
Hold on, let her finish.
Let Marcus answer. Where's your work?
Well, my work, I can say, is sparse, but my work come from me just trying to educate people about what I know dealing
That's
with
a step.
This is just one little simple step that I'm doing within myself. I'm on my community, a younger community, and one's a little younger than me and a little older than me too. I just educate them more about themselves in general to better than themselves. Like right now, I don't have organization or none of that going, but this as much as I can do on my standpoint of trying to get people out of post-traumatic stress, like, because it comes from school, whether we want to accept it or not, it's part of this.
Indoctrination.
Well, see, that's why we shouldn't be involved in things like critical race theory that they're talking about now, because like they say, that what our history should be taught at home.
Right.
That's right.
Now, we giving the people the knowledge and the courage to do that. When my father died and people had a meeting for me to take over the church, I was supposed to be the next pastor. I turned it down because that didn't allow me to come around people that smoke weed and drink to talk to them. Being a preacher, he ain't gonna go out there and talk to people,
Most definitely.
Yeah,
it's limited things that they can do.
That they can do.
It's limited
And see,
things.
that's the restrictions religion imposed on us. That's why we created.
Yeah, most definitely. Religion is here to differentiate everybody in the whole thing. If we just get rid of religion, I promise everything will be a whole.
Well, let me say this. Not only do we need to get rid of religion, we need to get rid of divisive tools that's being placed in our community to keep us divided, and you know what I'm saying, and not work together in unison. It's not just churches. You got sororities and fraternities. You got the Masonic Lodge that say, hey, you can't go tell nobody these secrets. You got people that want to hide the information, which I understand with hiding some information. You know what I'm saying? But the key goal, what we should do, is start educating our own. And if we don't educate our own and start teaching our children who our alliances are with and who our enemies are, we're gonna forever suffer in America.
To back up a little bit.
Well, that has
Hold on, let the Queen talk.
To back up a little bit, I'm putting the work in by following the teachings of Dr. Wilson,
Yes,
Dr. Francis Prince Wilson,
most definitely.
who gave us the
Blueprint.
the 9 areas
Yeah.
where we need to improve, and also looking at the teachers of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and they're
Yes.
saying that as long as we have our hand in our oppressor's mouth, we will forever be oppressed.
Most definitely.
So my individual plan has been to feed us, because as long as we're waiting on them to feed us, we will forever be oppressed.
And starving.
Yes, the founder of Tuskegee, I think of his name, escapes me. Booker T.
Booker
Washington.
T. Washington,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, he was teaching the students that if you can't put a bean in the ground and grow a plant, then how will it benefit you to have all these advanced studies of math and philosophy? We have to get to our root
Exactly.
and reprogram all of the misinformation which we've taken in.
Yeah, and that's the piggyback on what you just.
But wait, before
go
we
ahead.
go to that, when we talk about religion, I am not anti-religion. I'm pro-religion because, in its truest definition, religion are the steps that you take to practice your spirituality.
Right.
And so
Right.
we are very spiritual people. We are
But you have to start
spirit
somewhere.
beings
You have to
Yeah.
start somewhere.
having a
Yeah.
human experience.
That's right.
So people see hidden colors one time and then, oh, they're done with religion.
Nah.
Well, you just threw away everything that sustained you to this point.
That's
I
an
see.
interesting
You
point
take steps
because
from things.
the history of the HBCU
Uh-huh.
was started by the church.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and
funded
I
by
was a
the
part of
government.
that. I remember that when they started Leland College and all these colleges. We
Yes.
used to go to they would have fun then. We used to go to these things,
Yes.
these black colleges. You know, but we had people like us. Now I break this down in different categories, and he's the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all the present.
Most definitely.
We're the past.
Yeah, but she more like the future too. She young. She very young. She not as old as I am.
Well, y'all the present.
Yeah.
You know, but we're the past.
Yeah.
So we're the people that share knowledge with y'all about things y'all didn't know anything about.
Most definitely. Most
So
definitely.
if we don't communicate,
You have to yield
You know,
to the wisdom of the
see,
elders.
that's what we have to do first of all. We have to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You know, because over there where I live at, in this retirement place, they have people over there that the mothers bring their children to their grandmother.
Yes.
They cannot help those children with their homework.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to start a program with the students. I did it in New Orleans. I started a program, Xavier University is in my community. I started a program in New Orleans where the kids that were taking education would come in the community and help the kids with their homework.
Exactly.
And they got to know the kids that was coming in the community because they wasn't from New Orleans. They was afraid to come in the community.
Most definitely.
You
Most
know, so
definitely.
I created a safe house for them.
Yeah.
You know.
See, and that's a good
And one thing I admire about you, Baba, is that you being the age that you are, you still know how to work computers. You know, a lot of elders don't know how to even work computers and cell phones and stuff. But I see you constantly learning. You constantly, you know what I'm saying, doing the things.
And constantly working.
Yeah, constantly working. Most definitely.
Y'all don't know. I've been on this planet 79 years, and I'm so blessed.
Most
I
definitely.
had a beautiful childhood. I had a beautiful community.
Yeah.
If you come in contact with anybody from New Orleans, ask them about Gertown. Most people think it's not in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Xavier University is in Gertown. If you pull up Gertown, you're going to see Xavier. So we always work closely, you know, with the university. My mother would let people that come in town to see their children at the college live with us because they didn't have a hotel they could stay in.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know?
did she do it for free, or did
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She did it
Okay.
for
Yeah,
free.
we,
Well,
we, I mean, we could not go to
Yeah, I
a
was gonna say
hotel.
that.
Yeah.
That
See,
could
my
have been a
boss-
business.
my
You
boss-
know, dealing with that.
See,
I was
my
like,
father,
we're-
"Well,
we're
my
too
father
communal
was
for
a
the
minister of a
business.
big
Yeah.
church, Second Corinthian Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And I was like the protege. I was, you know, they was raising me to take over the church. But I didn't want to be no minister because as a missionary, I could do more.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, see, most of the time now you see these young brothers want to become preachers, but that's because of capitalism. You know, they want to.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
You know.
Most time, a lot of black folk, we don't just see. Most of the time, when people come at you trying to do things for money, they have a secret agenda. Sometimes people do stuff out of love, and you know what I'm saying. And me, I'm not trying to charge none of y'all, man. I'm doing what I feel that was my purpose to do, and be the example that I am today. I got plenty of people who can vouch that, hey, I talk like this every day. I walk this walk every day. And I'm not trying to go back to my old ways, man. Like I told him earlier today, I used to live on that other side with most of you sisters and brothers.
You know,
I sat up with you, brother, when we talked about women and how we had sex and did all kind of crazy things with women and stuff, man. But once you come into your consciousness and you open up, you realize when you live that way, you were wrong. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody, because every time you point fingers at somebody, you got 3 pointing back at you. And that way, you need to start checking yourself. You have to start checking yourself and realize that, hey, you were part of the problem. I apologize, queens, for everything I ever said or done to any one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's time that the black man stand up and recognize that the black woman is the manifestation of God in the flesh, and change our ways, reset our thinking, and turn to the true path and what we were chosen. See, we're gods, and we don't recognize that we truly are gods. And a lot of y'all don't believe that you can be God. But see, that's y'all that have disbelief.
The piggyback off of that, and I just peeped out, and it's just in, I'm 32, so I'm going out for what I have seen in my life. A lot of ladies nowadays, Malik,
Yeah.
they will be called everything else except a goddess.
Yes,
And
yes.
I tell ladies that you're a goddess. You are a goddess. You're not a bee. You're not a
The Bible
a
says,
H.
ye are gods.
Right.
That's right.
Children of the Most High.
Yeah, and how
If your
could
dad is a god, then in turn, then what?
you a God?
well,
God.
this is the point they have in now. My son has a program in New Orleans. And the most important thing about his program that he decided to have classes on
Get
parenting.
up here.
Most young women that have children now don't know how to be a parent.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You know, so they have to have examples of people. And I look at Miss Berlin. She's a perfect example. Could you see
Raising
her
lots of
raising all
kids.
them boys running
Oh,
to get their
goodness.
shots when they started school
Yeah.
and going to a stove?
Getting
worked.
dirty, turning clubs
Yeah.
up, fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
let me
She's
say
my
this.
hero.
Let me say this, man. Let me say this. Have y'all ever been on Facebook and you saw it says, find out who's following you? You know what I mean? It's one of those little games you play. You click and it says who's your angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who's your angel? And I clicked on one today. It says it asked me who's following and protecting you. And I said, and it came back. It said your mother. And I'm like, man, because like I told y'all, I always told my mama ever since I was little that she was God, man. You know what I'm saying? And I told my grandmama that she was God. And guess what? What's so killing about it? My mother is still alive today, living healthy and strong, man. And I know my mama been, because everybody say, man, you got a good mama. They just had to tell me. They told my grandmama my mama was a good mama. My sisters and aunties and cousins, everybody say my mama is the best mama. She always looked out for the family. Because my mama was so spiritual, which when she was pregnant and had me in her belly, I just knew that her womb was so sacred while I was in there. And for me to come out and tell her she was God, didn't even know. I didn't know. I just said how I felt.
You know what?
If you ask, hold on, brother, when you ask any of my classmates, I used to always tell them, man, God a woman, God ain't no man. They say, oh man, the Bible say God is a man.
Well,
And wait, hold on, brother, let me finish. And when I researched and found out that I was always right as a child, it felt so good. Man, I'm about to cry because it's a tears of joy to know that I was always right, and what inspired me to get on the path that I'm on, brothers and sisters. And it's time for every last one of y'all to stand on your greatness, step into it, start respecting our sisters, our mothers, and our daughters, brothers. Y'all got daughters and y'all out here treating women like they ain't nothing but trash. And that's called PTSD. Wake up out your slumber, brothers. Wake up out your slumber, sisters. You are more than some fat tail and pretty eyes and makeup and all that. You're much beautiful on the inside once you learn your own history and culture, sisters.
Natural.
Wake up, step into your greatness. That's all I gotta say right now, and I'm gonna
I
pass
don't
the
think
mic.
there's anything else to say.
see, there's examples because everybody's here knows about the eugenics program.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, when I see a brother cursing his mother out, the first thing I tell him, she could have aborted you.
Yes, she could have. Or swallowed you.
Yeah. She had your life in her hand. You know?
Yeah,
And we have to tell brothers this.
most definitely.
Yeah. You know, your mother could have aborted you.
Yes.
You wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
You know?
And that's deep though.
Huh?
A lot of young men ain't thinking that deep. Like,
Well, they
she
just
could have aborted you. Like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even be here, man.
But hey, but one thing I recognize though, even when I was, I started off in Christianity. One thing that made me recognize something was it says, child, to obey your mother and father.
That your days will
Be
be
long.
Most definitely. That's why a lot of brothers ain't got a lot of brothers and stuff missing their parents because they haven't been obedient to that word.
Okay.
See, listen to this. Hold up. When it say your days belong, it don't say your day with you be alive or your parent be alive because you can lose either way.
Right.
See, I always thought like that.
Yeah.
Do it mean my life will be short or do it mean my mama? But as I grew and started following this knowledge, I realized, hell, it could be either one of us be taken up out of here. And there's been so many attempts on my life that I could have lost, you know what I'm saying? And I realized, I remember one day my mama told me I wanted to go to the party. My mama said, baby, don't go out. Don't go out. Let me tell you how powerful God is, brothers and sisters. My mama said, don't go out. I got a strange feeling something crazy is going to happen. And she wasn't lying. When I went out, niggas got to shooting. 2 niggas died that night. And the next time, I was like, damn, my mama was right. I should have stayed at home. I could have been one of them niggas that died.
She seen it.
You see that? She seen it. That's how powerful God is in our mothers, brothers. Listen to your woman. Sometimes your woman might be telling you, don't go nowhere. But see, if you live with Ptsd, you'll think what she's saying is some bull jive, brothers and sisters. That's the reason why I'm telling y'all today, we suffer from PTSD. And it's time for us to get the spiritual healing that we need. Step into your greatness, kings. Step into your greatness, queens. You are more than what the world has taught you to be. You are more than that.
Ashe.
Now, we have been an example because since we've been having these conversations, especially when we was on Brentwood,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of the brothers that were coming over, especially on a power night, are not singing anymore.
Most definitely. Pull your pants up. That's right.
You know?
Yeah, that's that old PTSD. Because
Yeah.
the slaves, listen, while y'all brothers out here sagging, don't you know that's what the ones that was tampered with by the slave master, he ran up in them?
Right.
That's what they used to do, where they pants sagging.
breaking.
And it was an example that, hey, that
Buck
booty
breaking.
loose, you can get to it.
Buck
You,
breaking.
that's buck breaking, most definitely. If y'all ain't seen Tariq Nasheed DVD on buck breaking, y'all need to go and cop that. I got my copy at the house.
How they turned us out
So-
into homosexuals.
Bug breathing, I know about that.
Yeah.
I can break
All
that
right,
down
all right.
for you.
Break it down.
I can break that bug breathing down for y'all.
Go for it, King. Go ahead.
All right. Now, see what they used to do back in the gap to us as black men and women. What they used to do to us. They sit up and get the biggest, strongest man in this family.
That's right.
Any family.
That's
dealing
right.
with any of them. The biggest, strongest male. They break him down at the point of having him in front of everybody to see. And that's what they used to do back in the day too. Just that, what you call it now, it's so much stuff going on. I'm just being real with it. All the gay, there's a lot of gay stuff going on. So what they did was to break down people's mindset to what they call it, subdue them.
Yeah.
They basically said, I'm gonna put you in front of everybody, I'm gonna rape you, have sexual activities in front of all your peers, in front of all of them to show I'm in master with all of y'all. And y'all see this big male right here?
And he
I'm breaking
can't do
him
nothing
down.
about it.
I got him
It's
tied
not
up and
always
breaking him down.
a sexual rape.
Right, it
Because
was
you look
mindset
at what
too.
happened to, was it Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was raped in front of the world so he can get back to having his Wild 'N Out TV
Right,
show that
right.
Yeah, he probably
to
And see,
degrade
that's
us.
the
Yeah,
new-
and he probably
that's the new
still
way
don't
of-
That's
own
a good way
that's
of
the
breaking
new
it.
and
way
he
of-
probably still
they-
don't own the rights to it.
Right.
It's his creation.
They
He's
stopped
been
physical.
broken.
They stopped
Until-
physical. It's mentally now.
Yeah, until Nick Cannon can tell me and show me that he owns his Wild 'N Out.
Masters, yeah.
Hey, he broken.
Yeah.
But even if he owns it now, he was still.
I don't think he
That's
still
like
own
us.
it. I think they still let him continue doing what he love to do.
He was still.
They
broke.
still
That's-
control
Right.
it.
Yeah, he was still
The
broke.
whole thing
Yeah.
broke him down.
Now he got a talk show. Let's see if he'll get Farrakhan on his talk show.
All right, here's another part. The black man wearing a dress.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Flip Wilson.
most definitely.
Charity.
Buck broken.
Yeah.
A part of PTSD.
Right.
Whenever
Yeah.
a man go around here putting on the dress, PTSD.
Yeah.
And that's a form of them getting that money from them too. They basically saying, okay, you a sell out. If you just put this dress on, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you some money, man.
What did Dave Chappelle say? I ain't putting on no
Wow,
dress.
man. Nah, I love
Denzel, after he made Malcolm X, I don't know if y'all aware of it, they tried to give him a movie which Wesley Snipes played as an undercover police.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.